What's going on, guys? 847 Boys here. Today's story is going to be about me buying my first vape, and I guess you could call it a gone wrong story. So the story takes place during winter time. Not sure what year, but I do know that I was pretty young. And it started on Snapchat, actually. This girl that I dated, she hit me up because her brother was a little older. I think he was around 18, which we were a lot younger than that at the time. So she hits me up and she's like, "Do you want to buy this vape off my brother?" And so I was like, "Oh shit, I'm down." I was all about that shit. I just wanted to be a little badass kid. So I get her brother's Snapchat. I'm talking to him about it. Keep in mind, I have no clue what the fuck I'm doing. Very little clue on how much shit was worth, all that. Originally I was supposed to buy this box mod for 120 bucks, which I knew they were around that price at the time, but later on he ended up switching it up and said that he had this other little pod device. I still have no clue what it was to this day. And I was asking him how much that was, and he also said 120. Mind you, I thought that was a okay price, which I didn't really see an issue in because that's all I really wanted to spend my money on at the time, but now that I look back at it, I really got ripped the fuck off. So the time comes for me to buy it. I do know it was like 5 days after Christmas, something like that. It was nighttime and he hit me up. He kind of lived near me and I was pretty young. I wasn't driving yet, obviously, so I was walking around my area. Me and my homie, we were pretty much hyping it up the entire week about this little vape. I had my money together on the night. We were at his house and then we walked back to my house because it was relatively close. We grabbed my wallet and told my parents that we got money so we can go get snacks at the 7-Eleven. So we hit him up. He is meeting us around that relative area by the store. And we meet up with him. We buy it. Everything goes good. And we come back to my house. Everything's fine. We walk in the door, get to my room and everything. And he's spending the night this particular night. And recently, my door had actually gotten broken off the hinges, so we did not have the door back up. And we thought it was a great idea to hit it in my room, which it went good for a while. We were just hitting it in my room, watching the door and shit like that. And it was pretty late at night, so it was around the time my dad would be coming up to go to sleep from being downstairs. So around the time that that was happening, my friend, let's just call him Jake, he was in the hallway playing with my dog. My door's wide open, and I was still in my room just hanging out, doing whatever, probably playing GTA, honestly. So I get up to grab it off my dresser, and I'm about to hit it for like the last time of the night or whatever. And he's still in the hallway, so I didn't have anyone watching the door. He was supposed to be watching. I honestly don't know what happened with that. I don't care anymore. It was a while ago. So my dad's walking up the stairs and he needs to walk past my room in the hallway to get to his room. And I'm hitting it. I'm about to put it back in my drawer for the night. And he walks in. So he obviously sees what I'm doing. He was really surprised, to be honest, because there was no words. And I just tried to walk past him and act like nothing happened. And then basically all hell broke loose. He started screaming. I remember him asking me whose it was. My friend's still right here in the hallway. My mom comes out of my room. She's screaming. My friend's just trying to get the fuck out. He doesn't want to be a part of it. At one point, my mom actually ended up pinning him against the wall because he was trying to leave and she just wanted to figure out the situation. But I just assured her that he had nothing to do with it, which, I mean, obviously he did. He's my best friend. So he ended up walking home. He told his mom what happened. We had this kind of relationship where our parents would talk, so my phone was taken away by the time he left, and I actually had to text him on Xbox to get the story straight. I was like, "Yeah, bro, I told my mom you had nothing to do with it, just so you can tell your mom, you can tell her everything that happened on my part." So I was just taking responsibility of it. And this is where it gets pretty interesting, not like any other story. My dad was asking me stuff about like how much I paid for it, so he was obviously a little mad about me spending that much of my own money on that. So my dad had the crazy idea to hit up this kid that sold me it. I hit him up myself and told him that I got caught with it, and I basically had to tell him on my dad's part that I needed my money back. So I'm sure the kid was scared, even though he had never seen my dad, but in that situation, I probably would have thought the same thing, even being 18 years old. So he agreed to it. A couple days went by, and we actually ended up meeting him in behind the hardware store parking lot. And it was a really embarrassing thing. My dad pulled up with me. I had the vape. I had to hand it to him right in front of my dad and everything. Super awkward situation. He gave me the 120. I ended up giving it to my dad, obviously, because that trust was fucking gone. Along with my phone that was gone too. I was grounded for a decent bit of time. And yeah, that's how it all played out. Everything was fine after that, besides the trust with my parents, obviously. So yeah, that was the story. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.